Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jaywhips back with another video here. This is going to be a mix of a POV vlog and also as well kind of a daily driving an M6 video. I'm going to talk about a little bit of that while I'm driving here on my way to get a car wash, and then I might stop after the car wash at like a parking lot somewhere, or like the Kings Park Psychiatric Center, I think is where I'm going to try to go, and hop out the car and get some outside views and do stuff like that. But we're on the highway right now. We're about to get off an exit here and make our way to the car wash. So I angled the camera down a little bit more. I'm hoping the view's a little bit better. This is my exit right here, as a matter of fact. So we're gonna slam on the brakes. I want you to kind of be able to see the interior as much as possible, but then also be able to see out the windshield. We are big slamming on the brakes, so I'm going straight here, so I don't think I want to be on that lane. There's I believe this is the courthouse right here. Yeah, this is it. No, it's not the Denison building. The Denison building is all the way that way. But this is Suffolk County Courthouse, I believe. I came here a couple times for tickets. It's always the Prius. So the idea I'm kind of going for with the channel here, which I kind of started with the New York City thing, and something I'm going to do often is going to be, I'm going to do POV drives in the M6, obviously, or unless I can get my hands on some other kind of car, I'll do that as well. I'm going to do POV drives in the M6 to a location, and then show you, hop out, show you guys the location, maybe walk around a little bit, do like a vlog type of thing, and then, I guess hop back in the car and POV drive back to wherever I came from. So that'll be kind of my thing for now. Like I told you guys, eventually I'd like to do something with camping. I'd like to do some sort of like conversion of some sort of van and turn it into a camper van, but we'll get into that later. Also, I was thinking about buying my grandma's 3 Series off of her. She's trying to get rid of it, and she was going to get rid of it for, it's kind of it's an older car. It's got a lot of miles on it. It's a 325i 2003 with like 118,000 miles on it or something like that. And I was thinking about buying it just a daily, just so I'm not putting miles on this thing all the time, because right now I daily drive this, which is what this video is pretty much about. So, daily driving an M6, I mean, I'm assuming the first couple of things that you guys would want to know about daily driving an M6 would probably be the gas. I know someone commented recently about that. I spend roughly, out here in New York with the pretty decently high gas prices, I spend roughly $60 to $70 a week probably. And that's just with the prices the way that they are right now. When they weren't the way they are, I'd say it was like 50 to 60, not that big of a difference. But I did, when it was really high, when the gas prices were really up there, I was getting up into the 80s, 80, 86. One time I spent 86 on a full tank, so that was ridiculous. I don't know what's with people lately thinking that their bikes are cars. This guy's bugging. I seen some dude yesterday on my way to the gym on a electric bike on the highway, just driving in a lane like he's a vehicle. I was like, dude, that thing does not go any more than 45. There's no way you're just doing that. But to each his own, I guess. If you want to risk your life like that, do your thing. I'm not all about that. This is a lane here. I thought this was a shoulder. I just don't understand. Where am I supposed to go? What if a train comes? Well, boys, if a train comes, it's GG's for me. I'm just stuck here. So, if you start hearing ding, 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 and these things start coming down, I'm going down with the shit, boys. I ain't getting out the car. But yeah, so I mean, pretty much other than gas, you got, what else? You got tires. Tires are pretty expensive for this car, unless, you could always just cheap out on tires if you wanted to and buy, $300-400 tires. But not only will they not look as good as the, I guess, stock tires, it's not really stock tires, but I guess there is, but whatever setup I have on there right now looks pretty good. And I know there's a couple different tire setups you can get that look pretty aggressive, but if you cheap out on tires, you're gonna have ugly looking tires and not long lasting tires, so you don't want to do all that. So you figure, for my tires, I spent about $1,000 for 2 of them so far since I got the car. So it's about $2 grand to fully wrap tires around this car. I Another thing I was thinking about doing is I want to take a shopping trip to this one dealership that has a whole bunch of early 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokees with like a little bit less than 100,000 miles on them. Some of them are a little bit over 100. And maybe looking at one of those because they're like $4 or $5 grand. You know, you could buy one of those cash real quick, knock all the seats out the back, put a bed in it, have a daily driver / camper truck. It'd be dope. So as you guys can probably tell, it's a pretty muggy day out. It's not the nicest day out. It's not raining either, but it's like slightly drizzling here and there. But I'm hoping that because of that, the car wash won't be too crowded, because I know a lot of people go and get car washes when the sun is out. Cutting up with the Kia Sportage. Yeah, so I mean, I've had the car for what, 11 months, almost a year now, so I kind of can give you an idea of what it's like to daily drive this thing. It's just about a year of driving it, so that's the experience I have, if you were wondering. I put about 25,000 miles on this car since I bought it, and you know, I haven't really done anything yet. I did the wing. The wing cost me, the wing itself was like $600, and then the installation was like $200, so you figure $800 for the wing. What else did I didn't, you know, I did the tints. The tints were like $900 because I did like a ceramic UV blocking out some crazy expensive tints. And then I pay for gas. You know, I replaced the tires. I haven't done rotors yet. I know rotors are a couple $100 a piece, like $400 or $500 a piece or something like that. So probably like $2 grand for that as well. Figure brakes and rotors is probably like close to maybe 2,500, $3 grand. And then with tires are another $2, so you could probably do brakes, rotors, and tires for like $5-6 grand, which isn't, I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's really not that bad. I mean, if you were doing them all at once, you know, that'd be a lot of money to do all at once, but if you do them all in pieces, it's really not that bad. But we're about 11 minutes out from the car wash that we're going to. The car is extremely dirty, so I'm excited for you guys to see how it looks once it's clean. Like I said, I'm really hoping that there's not too many people there. We'll switch to the hand cam a little bit before we do that, and then we will go over to Kings Park right when we're done. Hopefully, I know Kings Park, the road hasn't been done in a long time there, so a lot of it's gravel, so hopefully it doesn't get the car too dirty right after I've cleaned it. I appreciate the support on the New York City video. I knew that was a special for my subscribers and stuff, but I didn't expect you guys to, or expect so many people to watch it. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who subscribed from that video, the new subscribers, and of course all my OGs. I really appreciate all you guys who have you know, gone the distance to follow me on Instagram. You know, that really shows me. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm trying to get you to do it, but really what I'm saying when I say that is, like, it shows me that if you paused my video and you saw my Instagram tag on the video and went out of your way to follow me on Instagram, that's like, it's different than just subscribing, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. I'm hoping they're even open. I might get to this car wash and they might just be completely closed because of the weather. I'll probably take a walk over to my, you know, while my car's getting washed, I'll take a walk over to my my dealership real quick, say what's up to my guys. I always get a little freaked out when I go over intersections because you never know. Oh, there's a boy right there. There's a cop right there. Good timing for me to be getting over. Right when I started talking about it, I was like, and it's funny because he wasn't even at an intersection. I was talking about like how I'm worried about passing intersections because you never know if a cop's just sitting there. And right when I was saying it, there's a cop sitting right in the parking lot. All right, well, car wash is closed, so I kind of got smoked on that. I guess I'm just gonna run into my job real quick and just say what's up to the guys, and then we'll head over to Kings Park and finish up this video, or do the rest of this video. I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so since the car wash was closed, we are just going to make ourselves over to the Kings Park Abandoned Psychiatric Center with a dirty car. It is what it is. We got some semi-windy roads here that I didn't really know about. I mean, I know kind of coming into Kings Park, I've been here a million times, that there are a couple of windy roads, but we're not that close. I mean, I guess 7 minutes is kind of close. But cruising into Kings Park, we'll hop out the car, we'll talk about it a little bit. Hopefully the wind won't be too much. I really wish there were no cars on this road right now, because this would be kind of fun. I might have to come back here at like nighttime or something. This guy's not even in his lane. I also noticed that the van in front of me, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the chassis is crooked, because you can see the back wheels are, and the front wheels are like this. Like, it's not lined up right. It looks funny. See, when I was younger, I used to, me and my friends used to come here all the time to this Kings Park Psychiatric Center and actually go inside of it. Obviously, not going to be going inside of it today, because it is trespassing. You know, you got to be a little bit more secretive about it. But maybe I'll come back here with a friend or two and go inside and bring a video with me, bring a camera with me for a video. I gotta do that Bear Mountain thing one day. I know you guys have suggested to me a couple times that I go to Bear Mountain just to do the windy roads. That's a trip I'm definitely gonna have to make. Somewhere around here, I don't know where it is exactly. I'm sure we'll pass it at some point, but there's a road called Bread and Butter Hollow Road. Or Bread and Cheese. I think it's Bread and Cheese, actually. Bread and Cheese Hollow Road. Yeah, it's Bread and Cheese. This would be so much more fun if there were no cars. This is actually a pretty good spot. I didn't even know this. Look at this. I didn't know this existed on Long Island. I feel like I'm out of state right now. This looks like I'm either upstate or in New Jersey or something. Or PA. I wish there weren't these two cars going 30 miles per hour in front of me. It's super unfortunate. I don't know if I'm going, yeah, it's just gonna go right through here. So here we go with the abandoned buildings. I believe this was the theater. One of these buildings that's standalone is, it says, the park is closed after sunset. All right, well, it's not sunset yet, so. I think this is the theater. We used to get inside that building. That was one of the standalone buildings. And it looks like there's something over here as well. Some sort of still being used building. This is probably like the park building. Department of Environmental Conservation, so that must be just the parks building. And then you'll see there's some water down here, the Nesicog River. Hopefully I don't kill a bird right now. I cannot believe I don't know if I hit that bird or not. I didn't hear it, but he was asking for it. He went right in front of me. That's a good little spot to film right there. I think that might actually be where I come back. So this building right here, the first building when you first come in, is still in use. They still have a couple of things going on in it. And then you do this little loop-de-loop here, and then all those buildings over there are all abandoned. So, I mean, if I get pulled over, I'm just gonna be like, yo man, I'm filming a YouTube video, I don't know what to tell you. But we used to come through here all the time, and me and my boys used to have actually a couple routes that we used to know. to where if the cops found us, you know, exploring the buildings, we had a couple buildings that we would go through to get a certain way so that they couldn't see us anymore. Where, I don't even know where I'm allowed to drive. Thing is, every time I've come here, we came in from the other side and then we would just park up and get out. So I haven't really driven through here too many times. So I don't know what's still a road and what I'm not allowed to drive on and stuff like that, but I mean, shit, if I can drive on it, I'm driving on it. There's a baseball field right here. I don't know. Look at that, there's no field, it's just grass. I wonder when the last time that was used. A couple of more abandoned buildings here. I should probably switch to the hand cam, eh? Oh, this is a nice little spot. No one around. Alright guys, so here we are. We're outside the car. I got her parked up. Looking good. Abandoned building just right here. I mean, like I said, I do want to come back here and do some exploring one day. Just for the sake of, you know, like a haunted video kind of thing. But I could kind of, like, you could just walk around here. Like, look at this old, like, it's all, you know, the vegetation or the foliage, I guess, is taking it over. You can see the water down there. But the foliation, I'm an idiot. I don't know words. The foliage or yeah, you know, some grass took over this sidewalk. So it's not a sidewalk anymore. The ghosts inside of this building right now are making fun of my illiteracy. But here's your sidewalk, your old sidewalk. There's a couple people walking over there. And we got the car posted up right here. So we're gonna drive around the parking lot a little bit. I'm gonna try to do a couple of outside the car shots maybe. And these people are probably just gonna walk past me here. But usual stuff, and then let's see where I can go. So, I mean, like I said, just to kind of give you guys an idea, the whole point of this video is to talk about more so what it's like to daily drive this car and all the, I guess, like the costs and like the reliability and stuff like that. A big thing that I do want to talk about in this video about this car, oh, there's a guy pulling around. This guy's gonna pull my shit up right now. Now I'm in his way. Let me get out of this guy's way real quick so I don't piss anyone off. Alrighty, so some guy pulled through here. There's not really a lot of room for two cars, so I moved my car over just so he could fit through. But yeah, daily driving this thing, it's a great car. The one thing I wanted to say, like I was trying to say earlier, is basically with my 650, I don't know if you guys know, I had the BMW 650i X-Drive before this car, and that car, it felt like every 3,000 to 4,000 miles I had to do an oil, or not an oil change, but a like it would ask me for 4 quarts or 2 quarts of oil or whatever. I'm gonna sit on the porch of this abandoned building. And so I would put the 2 quarts of oil in it, like I said, every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. So that's why when I bought this in Vegas, I actually went to the dealership right next door to the dealership that I bought this at, because I bought it at a Mercedes dealership, and there was a BMW dealership right across the street. So when we were leaving Vegas, since I knew I had to drive across the whole country, I grabbed 2 quarts of oil just in case I had to fill the car up, and I ended up doing the whole trip without ever having to put any oil in the car. So and since I've owned the car for about a year, I've only put 1 quart of oil in it, and it's only asked me once, and it was for 1 quart of oil, not even 2. So that's one thing. I could say that the S63 TU engine definitely burns less oil at a time than the N63 does, but you know, that's a plus. The gas mileage though, another thing too, even the N63 seems like the gas mileage wasn't as good too. I feel like this car's got better gas mileage. It of course still burns it quick because it's a high turbo, high horsepower V8, so it's still going to burn it pretty relatively quickly, but it's not that bad. And another thing I want to say about daily driving the car, one thing that I don't like, and I kind of put, you know, I signed up for this because I wanted a big body car, but one thing I don't want to say I don't like it, but that bothers me a little bit when it comes to daily driving the car, is it's a big car, it's a lot of car, right? So especially like for areas like this, you know, this might look decently sized on camera, but it's really small. Yeah, you can kind of tell with my hand how small this is, right? So little areas like that make it a little bit harder having to squeeze through stuff like that. Of course, the car is pretty low to the ground, the clearance isn't that high, so pulling in and out of parking lots causes a problem sometimes. But me personally, I daily drove the car for about a year. I plan on buying a secondary car soon, and it's not because I hate daily driving this thing, it's just because I don't want to put too many miles on the car. And also New York has some pretty crazy snowy winters sometimes, so I want to have, you know, something that I could plow through the snow with, because I work for Jeep, so we sell a truck that drives through the snow, so they make us work every single day. It doesn't matter if there's a snowstorm. But I'm gonna get some maybe revs for you guys, and then I'm gonna pull up somewhere else that maybe I could do some other sort of filming, and we'll look around. So let's get a little rev clip real quick. We got a truck coming through, and I don't know if he's gonna fit. Yeah, he's not gonna fit. Let me get out of this guy's way. I'm gonna move for this guy because that's a big truck. We'll go film what I wanted to film somewhere else. We'll do rev clips in a different spot. Oh, that's a pothole and a half right there. Is that a road that I can take? No, absolutely is not. Okay, where else can I go? I'll make a right here. Nope, that's not gonna help. I don't want to leave, but it looks like that's my only choice here. Maybe I'll just make a U-turn when I get down there. I think I might have. I'm gonna have to look at the map of the park here, because I think I might have gone a couple wrong ways. I want to get to the big building. All right, so this little pull-off that we drove past earlier, I'm gonna stop up in here for a little bit, and maybe we'll do the rev clips in here. This is a really small entrance here. We'll do the rev clips in here maybe, and then we'll. I just want to stop real quick and look at my Google Maps to kind of get an idea of where I can get in and get near the big building, the big tall building. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't get the car washed before I parked it where I'm parking it right now. See, this is the thing too. I mean, I probably should have just stopped here the first time, because this is a pretty good spot. I'm gonna roll the window up so that you guys can see it with the tints. Got the water down there again. I'd like to explore a little bit more buildings here, even though that's not really the goal of the video. But we got it parked up here. Nice little spot. I might save this spot on my GPS and just come here to film videos, because this is like perfect. I mean, it's gravel, so I can't do anything crazy in the parking lot, but it's a good quiet little spot. But yeah, man, I mean, I talked about it really as much as I can. I don't really know how much I can tell you about what it's like to daily drive this car. Obviously it's a really nice car, so a lot of people do look at it. That's a good thing. You turn a lot of heads if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, it's a really good looking car. I plan on adding a couple of things. I want to eventually do a body kit, what do you call it, carbon fiber rear diffuser, and then the side skirts and the front lip, and then maybe lower the car. I also have new center caps coming in. You see they have the chrome lip around the edge. I have gloss black floating center caps coming in. I think I talked about that in the previous video. They're going to be center caps that as I drive, they'll be like a Rolls Royce where they just stay still and the BMW logo will always be facing up. I just looked up there and I saw that like log formation, and I thought it was some sort of animal or something. The kid in me wants to climb this hill right now and look down on my car. I don't know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna climb the hill a little bit. Hopefully I don't get any ticks on me. This is why you can't leave me alone. This is really steep. Oh my god. I'm in white shoes. I'm such an idiot. You guys are gonna hate me for that. All right, we're gonna get to this tree right here. No, we're keeping going. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. This is steep, but here we are. That's a pretty cool shot, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had brought my phone with me so I could take a picture. But Kings Park Psychiatric Center. I'm gonna try not to fall down this. This is actually, oh my god, there's water going into my shoes and stuff now. This was a big mistake. This is actually a really big mistake. I'm like, oh no. Okay, I gotta use the trees. There's a car coming too. I don't want somebody to see me doing this. There we go. And we're good. Okay. That was really dumb. But we're good now. So we're gonna set you up, get some rev clips real quick. So there's a couple warm, neutral revs for you. The one thing that, I mean, this is the case with every single car, but I hate the fact that the car sounds so much better when you're driving it than it does when it's in neutral, because you'll never actually hear it yourself. But we're gonna pull over to a different spot in the parking lot. I'm gonna look at my GPS real quick and see if I can find where I want to go, and I'll hop back on the camera in a minute here. All right, so I figured out that I'm already going the right way. When I turned into Kings Park, I should have made a left as opposed to a right. The right brought me down to where I'm at now. So all I have to do is get on this road here and drive back the way I came, but keep going this time. So let me look at the GPS again. I'm pretty sure if we just follow this road straight. Okay, I second guess myself, but I'm shot because not only was I going the right way just now, but remember this sign when I saw the Nesicog River and I said this is it? It was literally right here. I just had to make this left and I would have been going exactly where I wanted to go. I don't know how I, oh shit, there's a car coming. See that quick. I don't know how I forgot that, but here we are. This is where the big buildings are. I picked a pretty cool day to come here for this because this is where we would park, right? So we'd park right here. That was one of the buildings that we used to get away from the police, or not the police, but the park security. Look at the building. Look, wow. Building 93 looks insane. I'm gonna have to get out and look at this for just because of the fog. It looks so crazy. This ended up becoming an exploration video more than it became what it was meant to be. I'm gonna park up and hop out right here. Wow, the building looks so insane. I don't think any of the pictures are up anymore on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure I archived most of them, but I used to have pictures of when me and my buddy went up to the roof of this building. So let's hop out real quick. Look at this. Tell me that's not the most menacing thing. All right, I'm gonna grab my phone because I want to see if maybe I could take an Instagram picture here. But so this building, as you can see, or maybe you can see, there's a chain link fence around it. And if you go just inside that chain link fence, down at the bottom here, you know what? Let's see how far. I'm gonna walk over there real quick, see what I can show you. Because if you go over to the chain link fence, you got another one of these overgrown staircases here. This place actually shut down the year that I was born in 1996. But if you look, there's a chain link fence, and if you go through that fence down here just about, you can see there's a little window there, and usually you could break through there. There's like a way that you can get through the you can get under into the basement and walk around in the basement, and then there's a couple of different tunnels and hallways that you can take to get from, you know, different parts of the building. But look at how crazy this building looks right now in the fog. We got the M6 posted up. So I'm gonna try to get behind the car right now and maybe get a nice picture with the building in the background with the fog. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe something like this. This is getting creepier and creepier as time goes by. There's someone pulling up to that building. That building right there is a fire station. Look at this fog. It's super creepy in here. Hopefully you guys can see me well. I did a couple little clips, did the flyby, did a you know, like the pulling up to the camera clip, just trying to do some new stuff with my filming, you know. These people, these two guys probably think I'm following them because if you remember when I was in that pull-off on the side, that like gravel pull-off, when I was leaving, there were these two guys walking on the sidewalk, and then they walked past me while I was taking photos, and now I'm passing them again, so they probably think I'm following them or something, but that's all right. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if there's anywhere else I can post up real quick and film something before it gets too dark out, and then we're gonna head home, probably hop back on the POV camera for a little bit. But let's do a pull for you real quick. That building right there, I don't know if you guys can see that really scary looking building. That building was the jail. That was where they would keep like the criminally insane or whatever. What's over here? That just brings us to a road. All right, well that's gonna be pretty much it for Kings Park. I appreciate you guys for watching this video so far. We're just gonna have the POV drive for the rest of the ride, a little bit of nighttime, maybe some cutting up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for your recent support. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, so drop a like, sub up if you're enjoying the content so far, and I'll see you guys on the POV camera. All right guys, so we're back on the POV camera here. Just to add on to the whole daily drive in this car thing, I did also want to say this car, for the price that you pay for it, like the sticker price that I paid for this car was just under 70 grand. So, you know, with the loan and everything, it was just about 80. Not a bad price point for a car that gives you the horsepower that some Lamborghinis and some Ferraris have. A Ferrari 458 Italia and a Lamborghini, like for perfect example, a stock base Lamborghini Huracan comes with 632 horsepower out of the factory, right? This comes out of the factory with a little over 600. It's advertised as 600. If you dyno it, it's probably a little bit more than that, right? So I think it's been dynoed at 627, I think is the number that the competition package M6 is dynoed at. So, you know, you're paying less than $100,000 for a car with the power almost, just under the power of a car that you pay, like, you know, I mean, you can get a Huracan now for a little over 100K, but, you know, 150, 200K for a Huracan, 300 sometimes, depending on how nice it is. But, you know, obviously the Huracan's a lot lighter and a lot more meant for speed than a car like this is. This car is a boat, it's very heavy. So, obviously the Lambo is going to be a lot more nimble and a lot faster. But, you know, if you want a luxury sport car, in my opinion, the M6 is the way to go, because you get the best of every world, not just both worlds. You get luxury, you got speed, power, looks. You get to drive a big body. It's got a bunch of cool features like being able to look at your horsepower and stuff like that. Heated and cooled seats, so you get all the good stuff. It's got navigation, which I never use because I just use either Waze now, because one of my commenters actually made me download it, or I just use the regular iPhone GPS, which is what I'm using right now. Although I should have Waze on just in case there's cops hanging out on these streets, but this guy's gonna cut me off right now. That's crazy, because I gave him so much time to notice how much faster I was moving than him and not do that, and he still did it. But like I was saying earlier, guys, once again, I know I say it a lot, but I appreciate you guys' support. We're almost at 5,000 followers. After that is the road to 10K. Today, there must have been a sign or like some sort of public service announcement that just said, cut off any white BMW M6 you see today, just cut them off. Like, I know there were cars coming, but hit the brakes, bro. I'm coming way faster than you.
What?
Whatever. But yeah, so I appreciate the support. After the road to 5K, we're on the road to 10K. You already know the deal. We're gonna keep it going, keep grinding. I know I don't post as often as I wish I could, but you know, end of the month at work is hectic, and then on top of that we had the holidays, so hasn't been easy to get content out too often. But I had a day off today. Figured I would finally get something filmed. I gotta do some cut up no hezzy videos on the game soon too. This is where in my big video, the one that got like 250,000 views, this is where I raced that AMG right here. Phone's slipping off my lap. This Q50 had his blinker on for a while. I was really hoping he wouldn't cut me off. Thankfully he didn't. So a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments why I don't blur my face and why I show my plates and all that stuff. I understand where you guys are coming from. I try not to be too crazy when it comes to my driving. Like, I do cut up, but as a lot of you guys have noticed, it's more of like a safe cut up when it comes to what I record. Obviously, you know, what I do off camera is what I do off camera, but when I record, I drive a relatively safe, calm version of cutting up. So I'm not going too crazy. The idea behind my channel that I plan on going with is more of like a Josh Laurent kind of Stradman, or even maybe Daily Driven Exotics type of vibe, where the main content source is like, you know, rallies and car shows and stuff like that, meetups. So I'm definitely, like I've told you guys a couple times, I'm definitely going to start going to those. It's just, you know, we're in the winter right now, so there's not a lot of meetups going on. This summer is going to be lit for us, though, I promise you. I'm going to be going to rallies. I'm going to try to get some set up with like some Lambos and stuff like that, some real supercars on the road with us. So that'll be exciting. I consider myself, or this car, good enough to fit in with the supercars, just because, like I was saying earlier, with the power, and also it is considered in some countries a super saloon, so I'll take that. But yeah, so that'll be when the channel's lit. But other than that, like I was telling you earlier, I do want to do a lot of these like trip vlogs where I kind of drive, POV drive to a location, maybe talk about like, you know, something about the car like I did today. I POV'd to the Kings Park, but then I talked about the daily driving of it. And then just POV drive the ride afterwards. It seems to be, you know, the best way for me to film my content, because with the amount of time that I have, that's the most efficient, it seems like. All right, so we're getting into the 3-lane here, so traffic shouldn't be too tight anymore. I wish this guy didn't just go in front of me, because I was gonna go around that a little bit quicker than he was. That's okay. I picked a pretty bad time to set this up, just like I did with the city video, because it's rush hour traffic right now, so. But maybe we can get a little something going here. I don't want to cut this Ram off. Oh, he moved over for me. Appreciate you, brother. I really need to get that radar detector. I'll do that soon. That'll probably be the next thing I add to the setup. So we got a little nighttime POV, a little nighttime cut-ups. Thankfully it's not raining, because usually it's raining when I do nighttime POVs. It's been raining a lot lately. It's a little rain, it's like a little drizzle, but not like it has been the last couple of videos. We're all driving real slow today. Little Hondeezy. Sometimes the Hondeezys get involved. Brakes up here hard. See, like even when I'm doing this, I'm not going too fast. You know, a lot of people are going 100 something miles per hour when they're cutting up. I don't really go too crazy. That's why I feel like I can show my face. Because, like, at the end of the day, when you watch these videos of like I say, Josh Laurent, like those guys, the guys who have like the Lambos and the crazy cars and they film videos with them, you guys do know when they drive on the road and they're filming themselves, they post the same stuff. You know, they might not put a POV camera on their head and do it, but you know, they film themselves while they're driving fast on the highway, so it's not like I'm doing anything too different. Alrighty, so I mean that's pretty much it. I mean, I got a little cutting up in POV drives. I hope you guys enjoyed most of the content. I hope you guys enjoyed the Kings Park thing. I would definitely like to go back there and get a little bit more exploring done. That was kind of like a last minute thing for me. If I would have thought of it earlier, I would have went at like an earlier time, and I would have had more time to walk around before it got dark. But at the same time, I also had to go to a dentist appointment at 2 o'clock. So right after my dentist appointment, I went straight to get that car wash, and they were closed. So we went to Kings Park. But next time, hopefully we can get a car wash soon, and then we can get to Kings Park soon, and maybe we can like try to go inside or something like that. But I appreciate you guys for watching another video. Drop a like and sub up if you enjoyed the content. Hope to see you guys in the next video, man. Peace out. The
I just need for you to. I've been moving, I've been drinking, I've been riding through the hood. I've been waving haze in one hand like my nigga was real good. I've been all about the beat, but I won't take the beat. Step to me, I wish a nigga would. And I've been moving, I've been drinking, I've been riding through the hood.